Kumrangi Nights was my favorite. I watched it
That's
8
too
times.
new age.
I watched it 8 times in the theater.
Okay,
I've
cool.
not watched any movie that many times, and I'm a Kuch Kuch Hota Hai fan. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, I've been dying to work in the Malayalam industry.
Oh, really?
My mom would read and keep giggling to herself. I'm like, you have to tell me what's happening.
I hope you do a lot more work here.
I hope so too. Inki Malayalam ariyam.
So nice to meet you in Cochin. I usually see you in Chennai. First time I'm seeing you here. So what are you doing here?
I'm just here. What are you doing?
So why did it, I mean, I didn't know that you are half Malayali, but then why did it take you so long to sign a Malayalam film?
I don't know. We came close a couple of times, but nothing materialized. And finally, this happened. I'm glad it happened this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you seen the directors like Android Kunyapan and Kamini and all that before?
Of course. Yeah.
So you...
Kamini released after he spoke to me about NTCK. Android Kunyapan I'd watched even before I spoke to him, and I was a big fan of that movie. I really liked that movie. And then it was so strange that he reached out to me. And it was during lockdown that I made my parents also watch it. So we were all like, oh, we love your movie.
But does it, like, the reason that why you took so long to do this film, is it because the scripts that came earlier weren't your type, or is it because you were waiting for one perfect film to start in Malayalam with?
No, nothing. There was one movie that we came close, which was a very big hit after.
Did you feel bad?
No, I always believe in fate. I feel like whatever's meant for you will come to you no matter what, because that's how acting happened to me. I was in a bowling alley and randomly someone came and approached me for a movie, whereas they had already been in Bangalore for a while auditioning people for the same role.
Oh, random. Like,
So I truly believe what's meant for me will come to me no matter what. This happened with Super Deluxe also. The moment I found out that Kumar Raja's mounting this project, I went all out. Balaji Dharnidharan, Prem, everyone. I'm like, please tell him I want to be a part of him. Please tell him I want to be a part of his movie. I'd heard there's a transgender character. I'm very excited about doing that. I didn't know at that time what the story is or anything. But then they went ahead and started shooting the movie, and Vijay Sethupathi had another wife and a child that they shot with already. Then demonetization.
You felt bad?
Of course I did.
Yeah, you tried your best and nothing happened.
It didn't happen. And eventually demonetization, whatever, they decided to reshoot the movie, but the kid had grown. So then they had to change the kid, but the family didn't look fine. So then I came into the project. So even if it's after a 1.5 year delay after starting the shoot, it came to me because I feel it was meant for me. So I'm very happy that this is how it happened. I'm accepting everything with all my heart.
Did it feel like that when a script, like the script came to you, because after you hear the narration also, did you feel like, okay, this is meant for me?
He didn't narrate the story to me. He just sent me a script and he asked me to read it, but the script was in Malayalam and I can't read Malayalam. I had my mom read it to me. My mom would read and keep giggling to herself. I'm like, you have to tell me what's happening. But my mom was like the litmus test for me, because she's not a cinema person and she was really enjoying the movie. So I'm like, okay, now I feel like audience, when they watch it, they will enjoy the movie. As an actor, sometimes you have a bias. You're thinking, how do I challenge myself as an actor? How is this going to be different? But as an audience, there's no bias. You're just listening to what it is, taking it at face value and laughing or not laughing. So that way, my mom gave me a lot of confidence in this project. I was anyway excited to be a part of it because I'm a huge fan of Ratish and his crazy brain. I don't know how he thinks of these things. But I was looking forward to working with him anyway. But seeing my mom do that gave me like that extra boost. Saying
so she's just reading the script and just laughing as and when. If she tells you what she's reading, then you'll understand.
No, she'll be reading the line. And then she'll read it to herself and she'll like, I'm like, what is happening? You have to tell me. But there's a lot of wordplay that I didn't initially understand.
Even Kamini has a lot of those puns and all that.
So a lot of wordplay that I didn't understand that she had to explain to me. So then she took it on herself that on the first day of shoot when I was coming, she's calling me and saying, you know, that scene, that emotion is not like this. It's like this. You have to play it like this. It's not like this and all. I'm like, okay, mommy, thank you.
Usually, what's her level of involvement?
It depends. This one I needed her involvement because she had to read the script to me. initial days she used to be with me whenever I went for a narration or whatever, but eventually she got busy with her work and I was like, okay, you know what, still I think I'm old enough to, by now I would have gone to an office or something. You wouldn't have come with me. I started very young.
Yeah.
I was 17 when I started. So
Yeah,
they would come along. Eventually I was like, you know, by now my classmates and all are going to office. You don't have to come to office with me. I'll go. So eventually we kind of detangled.
Yeah.
But then this movie I needed her. So she's always ready to help. My mom
and this is Sing Sound, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, of course, you know Malayalam and all that, but when it's Sing Sound, and even though you're playing, I mean, you're playing a Tamilian character.
Yes.
So, like, how difficult was it to kind of manage the Sing Sound bit? Because of course, Tamil, it'll come naturally, but this is probably, you know, somebody has to speak broken Malayalam. Did you manage that?
Yeah, that I can manage.
Yeah.
But to be very honest, I enjoy Sing Song. I cannot for the life of me recreate what I do in the scene when I go to a dubbing theatre. The stimulus that I feel from the ambience, from my actors, the energy they give me, I cannot replicate this in a dubbing studio. So I'm all for Sing Sound. I did one short film which had complete Sing Sound, B Selvi.
Okay, yeah.
That was the first time I did live.
None of it before, like none of it?
No.
Oh, only once you've done Sing Sound?
Yeah.
Okay,
And I completely enjoyed it, and I can see that my performance itself is so different. It's on another level when I'm not dubbing and I'm actually speaking the line. So I was very kicked about that also when it came to NTCK. There are some portions where they wanted me to speak complete Tamil, and I'm like, come on now, she's with a Mallu guy. And
you were asking for
and they've been together for a few years now. Now she can speak at least a few words of Malayalam. So one of the ADs had to sit down and change the entire dialogue and be like, listen, we've added a few Malayalam words, you can just throw in whatever you want. I'm like, okay, done. So in the end, just to establish that I can speak a little bit of Malayalam, we changed the dialogue to make it, like, how do you say, Tanglish, Madri, Tamil, Malayalam.
Manglish. It's Manglish.
Tamil and Malayalam.
Tamil and Malayalam. That I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, that happened.
That version, yeah. Okay. But Ratisha was telling me something very interesting. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that, but before they made the movie, right?
Yeah.
They had a 15-day version where they shot it with basic cameras and with a basic set of actors and all that to kind of get the tone of the film.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
No, I haven't watched it. But he was very particular that no one should watch it. Not the editor, not the person who's doing the music, no one. None of the technicians should watch it because this is their version of the story. He wants their input when it comes to the actual filmmaking part. So I haven't watched that. No.
But tell me one thing, like I know your entire filmography in Tamil, right? I've always felt that of course you're doing the movies, I mean you're doing super deluxe, like the classic, but I've always felt that, okay, you will get a lot of scripts that you like in Malayalam also. Because somewhere I feel there is a taste, not mismatch, but then you're getting the good films there, but then you get way more here because a lot more films that probably is your taste. When you're watching a lot of Malayalam films from here anyway, the 2010s films, are you also feeling that?
Of course, I've been dying to work in the Malayalam industry.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you.
But other than karma, like fate and all that, what have you done yourself?
Here's the thing. As an actress, when you approach people, for the dynamic kind of changes and the conversations take a different kind of tone.
Okay.
Which I know some people are very adept at working through this maneuvering. I'm not. I'm too cut and right to maneuver through all this. I can't do that. So but
so
like
if you see a movie, you'll message and say, sir, I really like this movie, or madam, I really like this movie. That much will you do?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. But when I see them, if I get a chance to see them, I do that. It's mostly been, if my work is good enough, it will come to me. So how do I make my craft better?
But like, is there like some other process apart from the movie network? If auditions are happening here, or if they're getting a casting call and all that, is it something that you can come from there and come here and do? Like, will you still be? Is there an option like that to audition for a Malayalam movie? Is it something that would be interesting to you?
Yeah, I have sent audition tapes for Malayalam movies. Yeah.
Many years back.
Some years back. And it's just like I said, it will just never materialize. It will feel like it came so close, and then it won't materialize for some reason. I don't know what, but.
What more can you tell me about this film? Because I've only seen the teaser, and I know it's a courtroom drama, and I've seen the song, and the song is looking extremely beautiful. Is there anything you can tell me?
I haven't watched the song.
That's okay.
So unfair.
I think only half Malayali. Like the Malayalis have some privilege here in Kerala. So anyway, I got to see the song. What more can you tell me? Because I asked Sir, he's not telling me anything. But what more can you tell me?
Here's the thing. I kind of asked him, why have you shown so much in the teaser? And he said, that's our strategy. We're going to tell them what it is. They're going to come and watch it for what it is.
But it's a good strategy, no?
If they like it, they like it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. We're not promising for anything more or less. We are going to say it is what it is. So they're trying something new. But I don't know if you can put Android Kunjappan into one genre and say this is what that movie is.
It's emotional, it's funny.
It's
everything.
Some fantasy.
Yeah,
it's
fantasy,
quirky.
Science fiction.
It's a lot of things, and that I think is Ratish Podwal's style. If you really want to know what to expect that and come. Even with Kanagam, it was all over.
Yeah, it's crazy. Madness,
But it all comes together somehow. In this movie, even though Chakochan, me, we all look like very... it's very rooted, the story. It's very...
Okay, I can't say anything. Okay.
It's set in Kasargod. Everyone's from Kasargod, the actors. And the whole team itself, most of the team is from Payanur and that area. So it's very rooted in its culture. But there's an injection of Ratish Shetton's progressive thinking there. The lead pair, Rajivan and Devi, they meet, they fall in love. They have a family, but they never marry. They're in a live-in relationship.
Oh, that's insane! Yeah.
So things like this, I find.
And it's not a big deal.
It's not. They've not made a big deal out of this through the movie. He's just saying it like, this is what it is. Now let's move on to the next scene. So I get very excited by these things when it's so original.
When
you
think live-in, you can only think city, Bombay.
Exactly. You're thinking urban setting where there's a rebellious boy and girl going against them. Here it's like they're in the society and they're choosing to do this. Let it be. There's others also in the society. Come, let's meet all of them. So I like this approach. I find it very exciting when no one's trying to titillate you with scandalous things or anything. So that is what I think is the movie is all about. Everything in the movie, not just this, whether it's the satire aspect, whether it's the social aspect, whether it's the cultural aspect, whatever it may be. It's very there, but not like, hey, look, I'm talking about this, but
see
it's
how
like,
cool I am.
It is what it is kind of way. Very matter of fact.
Okay. Now finally, my last question. Because you're a half Malayali, tell me your 5 favorite Malayalam movies.
Oh my god, Kumblangi Nights was my favorite. I watched it
That's
8
too
times.
New age.
I watched it 8 times in the theatre.
Okay.
I've not watched any movie that many times, and I'm a Kuch Kuch Hota Hai fan. Then? I like that.
Old movies.
Then
something your mom introduced you. Tanmatra.
No, Tanmatra, but my mom used to watch a lot of Mohanlal movies when I was a kid. And Tenmavin Kombathu.
Okay.
And that, I watched that. I watched His Highness Abdullah.
Wow. Okay.
So I've mostly been exposed to Lal's Laletan movies when I was a kid. And then I think I got in touch with Malayalam movies again much later. I think around when Diamond Necklace and 22 Female Kotem happened. That's when I started watching Malayalam movies again. And I think they make the most exciting projects. Like, it gets me so excited just to watch it. And here I am on the threshold of being a part of that industry, and I couldn't have been more excited.
Looking forward to seeing you a lot in Malayalam movies.
Thank you.
Okay, and I hope you do a lot more work here.
I hope so too. Enki Malayalam.
Okay, thanks so much, Gayathrie. Thanks so much for talking to me.